Hi Flosstube, it's Debbie from Australia. I understand everyone now saying quite regularly, this is the 4th time they've done the video. This is the 4th time I've done this video. I'm really quite organised now, so it should go through quite quickly, and I am actually hoping that I will be able to insert some photos this time. I have 2 starts and finishes for February. I have 3 whips finished in February. I've got 9 whips to show you today that were worked on. I worked on a lot more than that, but these ones have the most work done on them. Some purchases and a pass the confidence. Firstly, I'll start with the whips. My first whip I'm going to show you is Flosstube from Plum Street Samplers. When I showed this on my whip parade, I had this little fella only done, and he was done over here. So I unpicked him because I realised the size of them, I could get 2 of them done on this piece of fabric, which is Truffle from Picture This Plus 40 count, and restarted on this side. And I have seeing if that's a bit better, there we go. I expect to have these finished by the end of March. That's a hope anyway. Whoa, too bright for this time. The next one I have is a favourite, and that is Crossword by Long Dog Samplers. This is going to be a gift. I have managed to complete 3 words, and if I turn it you can see the bling. This is 40 count white opalescent, and it's just lovely. It's a joy to stitch this one. I'm going to pull back, hoping I can have the photo on the other side. The next one I got some work on was Minerva, Nora Corbett. This is one I am doing a whole heap of witches on the one piece of Twilight from Picture This Plus. Right, going this side. I finished her one over the one skin, got some more of a dress done, finished her hat, did the outlining around her face. It's very dark there with the light. She's coming along, she's the last one, and once she's done I'll be able to organise the wall hanging for this. I just love it. My next whip is Alice by Ori TM. As everyone knows, these have now been printed and are for sale at most LNS's. When I showed you this on my whip parade, I had this done 1 over 1 on 28 count, and this is Lapis Lazuli from Silk Weavers, 28 count. This month I went over the other side because I wasn't overly happy with the 1 over 1, and I have done the Queen of Hearts in 2 over 2, and now I just have to hope that when I unpick that it will fit across the fabric. That calculation will make the decision as to whether I continue 1 over 1 or continue with the 2 over 2. Next whip, Mermaids of the Deep Blue. Sorry, most of my mirrors are in plastic. Another one, I thought I'd better finish the face. She had a queer looking neck going when you saw her in the whip parade. This one was started to match up with the other mermaid I have completed, Atlantis. She was the first one I had completed, so her skin was 2/2, so I have done this one 2/2 to match because they are on the same fabric. Again, before I found the beautiful stuff, they're on the same fabric and they will be hung either side of the vanity in the bathroom once finished. So I've got a fair bit done on that one. Another whip is Vintage Keys from Natali Needleworks from Etsy. That doesn't do it justice. I had 2 and a bit keys done. I have now done or completed the 3rd key. I've got a 4th one up the top done. They're so much nicer in person than, of course, the photos, but we all know that. So that's where that one's up to again. I don't think that's far from finished. And the last whip I have is another Long Dog Samplers, and that's the Templar Prophecy. This one is actually for me. Won't look like much, but I have actually completed more. Ooh, come on, more of that side panel. Let's pull back, running down the side. This is done with Silks for You 161 PR 161 on white 40 count. And to go with that, because I intend to do, take the fluff off it, I intend to do, if we go back to the pattern, and there's one right near this, so I'll be able to sneak him in, I intend to do the various dragons around the pattern in red. From Picture This Plus, I did order some Turkish red from Wix, and I got some sulky red, and I'll see which one works better against it to get that pop of colour just coming up through it. So I'm hoping that's going to work. My 2 starts and finishes were in relation to a sale I'm doing with Gail Phillips on YouTube. First one, these are hands-on designs. Irony, the opposite of wrinkly. A very cute pattern. Wish ironing was as much fun, but I really hate ironing. Nearly everything I buy, the first thing I check, does it need ironing? The answer is no. I take a second look and then make the decision whether I really like it. The second one is self-service, loads of fun. Very cute. And there's only one more to do in that group, and that will probably get done in March, and that is laundry, the never-ending cycle, which is so true. Then I hope to frame them in a 3 aperture frame and hang above the door in the laundry. Next, I have some purchases. I tend to do more purchasing when stressed, annoyed at work. You can decide how bad it's been this last month. First of all, I've got some lovely silk velvet fabric. This is 38 count Darlana cord Days Gone By, and that is what it looks like. It's beautiful, beautiful. The next one I have is called Deep Blue Sea, and this is a 28 count cashel linen. Again, that's the colour. Lovely. This one is called Tranquility, and it is 32 count Lagana, and that's it. It's just beautiful. Pale grey blue with the spots of purple. The last piece is called Jamaica Sparkle, and it is 32 count opalescent. Look at that bling. Look at that bling, and it's just a beautiful sandy colour. Beautiful sandy colour. Lovely. Not sure what I'm putting on those, but as Mich Stitch told everyone, I'm stocking up for retirement, which is not far away. Another shop I purchased from this month is Fox You Are So Crafty on Etsy. She has the most adorable, cutest patterns. I've got several, and I'll show you in another video those. But what I picked up were another 2 of these Christmas decorations that you can actually embroider on or cross stitch on. When you order them, they normally come with patterns, so you can actually do the decorations, but I cross stitched my grandson's names on them, and I've got 2, my sisters have each got a grandson as well, young little fellows, so I'm going to do 1 each for those for Christmas. And they always come so beautifully wrapped, packaged. It's like getting a gift. Even though you paid for it, it's still a gift. The next shopping spree was at Journey of a Stitcher, again on Etsy. Nicole's based in Victoria, Australia. I ordered, and I'm not really into the chalkboard patterns. I think they're very cute, I think they're very good, but it's just not one. But when I saw these bunnies and their cute little faces, I just had to get it straight away. I think I saw them with Chelsea and Priscilla, and then went and had a look on Journey of the Stitcher. I also ordered from her, and I won't show you this video, Night Walk Down. That's was to be started on the 28th of February with Animal Instinct Kelly as a sow on the 29th, but I didn't get my act together, and even though Nicole got it to me in 3 days, I didn't order it early enough to get here in time, so I'll show you that at the end of this month. While I was there, I also got some licorice pom-poms from Lady Dot Designs, and also some vintage ones just to go in some finishes. My last shopping spree was from the lovely Taryn at T.Zir Handmades. Hoping that's enough to focus. T.Zir Handmades on Facebook. Tara makes the most gorgeous project bags. They're so well made. This is Game of Thrones, and it was posted on her Facebook page. I said yes, I'll get a home for that, send it to me. And along with that, I also got a little accessory bag, which is really not little, and can use it for another project in itself. Beautiful red inside, pockets inside, keep your scissors safe, but quite large enough with a handle to pop into your handbag if you're out and about. So they're my purchases for the month. It is the 6th of March today. Like I said, this is the 4th time I've done this. I've been coming home at lunchtime to do it because I'm too scared my husband was going to wake up and spring me. And watching Flosstube, my husband's really good. About 9:30 he says, put your stitches on, and I watch you all on big TV, and he sits there with his iPad and he watches his YouTube on the iPad. I'm not complaining, but it's like Russian roulette. You think, oh, can't watch them, they might mention I've done a Facebook. So it's been quite interesting. I can't hang out much longer, I don't think. Sorry, bump the camera. That was another purchase. It's like a gooseneck. You are attached to my, it's called a horn sewing table that's got the overlocker and the sewing machine on it. The other thing, the way I stitch, last year was the first year I ever counted my stitches. That was thanks to magical stitching. So I can't really compare it to the past, I have been stitching probably, I'm going to be 58. I was very young, so probably close to 50 years. Majority of what I've done in the past have been gifts. It's only since I came across the Mirabilias that I thought, no, I've never seen these before in my life. I think I saw my first Mirabilia at 50 and just could not believe I'd not seen these before anywhere in Australia. That's living in the country, I suppose. So last year with magical stitching, I had to count my stitches, and I know I got over 200,000 last year. I found it very interesting. It's only my husband and I here now. My grown-up children only live 45 minutes away. Like I said last time, daughter and grandsons and son-in-law recently moved there too, so it's actually great. So I get to see them more often in the weekend, but during the week I can get a fair bit done. So this year, I bought the organiser from Quirks and Stitches. It's a Jen on Etsy, and I love it. I love it. The planner that she did, I have printed mine A5 just so it doesn't take up all of the coffee table. Every month I go through, this is March, I go through and work out what projects I'm going to work on and what my targets are. I then work out what ones of my whips can sensibly fit in amongst the holiday section, the March holidays. And from there I fill in on the dates the March stitching to match up with that, and all those blanks are just where I can decide what it is I'm going to do. And every day I mark the stitches that I've completed for the day. The third was a bit sad. Went out to tea, come home. I woke up at 7:15 in the morning in my stitching chair. My husband had just turned the light off and left me there. These things happen. Also, one thing, I got this from Shazzy Cross Stitch. I used her planner last year, but I've kept this page. This is the daily stitching where you put your numbers in for each day so you can total it down the bottom. So I keep that part up to date. I use pretty much all the sections, and I also, for February, I use a very bright, this one, all the stitches. So I know I did, reading backwards, 23,143 stitches. I worked on 22 different projects. The average stitches a night or a day, 857. And it's all just for my personal interests, and sometimes I think, geez, if I'd worked on my Haid, I could have had it well and truly finished. When I started that, I said when I finished I'd retire. I'm going to retire before I finish that one now. Yeah, I list all my finishes in the finish section. She's got just about every option covered. It's just a lovely little planner if you're looking for one. Next, Mich Stitch, like I said, in my first, maybe my second Flosstube, was the one that basically said, you do you, don't worry what people think, go out, do it. I can't say I'm 100% comfortable yet, but each time, especially when you're doing it 4 times each time, getting a little bit easier. I would like to pass that confidence on, and this time I'm going to call out Creative Kurator, Kerry. Kerry makes these fantastic chainmail scissor fobs. It's pink and grey, pink, gold and grey. This is beautiful. I'll move that light, it's a bit too bright for this. Beautiful green and purple to go with the purple scissors. There's the pink, gold and grey going with those. And look at these, look at these. She had these at the Medagong Cross Stitch group as a tree decoration, and I simply just picked it up and said, I see earrings. They look heavy, but they're so light. So light. They were a joy to wear. I told her I want two, and I'm going to wear them as earrings. And unbeknownst to me, another stitcher, the lovely Liz, sort of hijacked the purchase, and she bought them for me for Christmas, which it was just dumbfounding. It just was beautiful. I'm someone who wears so many Christmas earrings. I wear a different pair every day in December. This year I just couldn't take these off. They're just beautiful, just beautiful. Kerry, come on, there we go. The world needs to see the lovely work you do, and the new bead jewelry you're doing is fantastic. You don't have to be in front of the camera, but I really think it's about time you get out there and show the world. They did not only need to see this, they also need to see your fantastic stitching, your beautiful biscornues, and these balls you made in a similar process, little small pieces and all hand pieced together. Just amazing. So Kerry, passing on the confidence. I want to see you on Flosstube soon. Finishes. I missed a couple when I did my finishing video. This one is a pattern from Wild Violet Stitches on Etsy. That is the stitcher, the ripper, and the snipper, and this comes together. Tuck it in and make it look pretty like it should to be a needlebook. Come on, 2 6. The black tweezers I pinched out of my husband's medical chest because it matched this too much. Too nice. Beautiful little needlebook. So much hand stitching, but so cute. So cute. So you've got all your little bits and pieces. You can put your needles up here. I love those little scissors. I found them at Anita Stitches in America. And mainly the black thread. I thought it suited it, and we all use so much black. I found a button that matched so perfectly. I had that ready for Mittagong Stitch retreat. Love it. The other one I forgot to show you, well, the other couple, and I'll show you when I get them back, is this one. This is Celtic Christmas, and I did her on 32 count opalescent linen 1/1. She's so lovely. And the other thing are 2 more biscornues, and I'll show you those when they came back. I have actually entered these 4 items. That was another finish you won't get to see because it's in the show. That was in the Whip Parade, Horse with a Feather. I have entered these in the local show, and I'll find out tomorrow how I went. I'm a bit nervous, but at the same time I thought I might actually meet another cross stitcher in town. I currently drive first Saturday of the month to Canberra, 45 minutes away, to stitch with ladies at the Canberra Stitches group, south side near Belconnen in Canberra. Enjoy it, thoroughly enjoy it. The days my husband's off, he goes shopping with my son. Now all of them, son, daughter, grandkids, can all get together. I still stitch. If Tim is with me, we then all go out to tea together, and then Tim and I drive home. If it's only me, I have a visit and then I come home, and I just thoroughly love it. The other group I stitch with is every couple of months I drive 45 minutes the other way to Mittagong to Stitch with Michelle from Mich Stitch, and Kerry, Creative Kurator. Gail Phillips now comes. Jay's Cross Stitch, beautiful shop on Etsy with material, beautiful natural dye materials and threads. And the Sydney Stitcher, and we all go and have lunch. Sometimes we get our stitching out, sometimes we sit there and we just have a lovely time. And the restaurant, Rose, won't say the name, I'll check that for next time. The lady there is lovely and just lets us sit there and talk all afternoon. So if we stay longer, we end up having afternoon tea, and it's lovely. But it would be nice if I had someone, you know, some ladies in town that, you know, during the week you could get together. 2 stitches I can show you, finishes I can show you. This is Tired Trio from Plum Street Samplers. That's all finished and ready to go to the pillow. And as you can see another side, that is feldspar from Picture This Plus. And I've got the other side, plenty of room to make a pillow with that. And the other one is a favourite. This is the Herbal Grimoire. Samplers and Stories on Etsy. It is on 40 count Cyprian from Picture This Plus. It's probably a bit richer than that in colour. I don't know if I can. It's probably not going to, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful. There we go. I've got a special finish for this lined up, and if it works, I'll show you in another video. I think that is it. I think this one I'll be able to post. So I wish you all well, take care, and I'll see you next month. Thank you.